Second Bundesliga, second season. I'm going to call expectations straight off the bat. I'm not chasing promotion this year. We're going about things better. We're not putting so much reliance on our lone players. However, this would be our fifth game of the season, and it could very well send us top. So we have the start of our second season. It's not actually, it's about our 10th to be fair. But it's the start of our second season. We've played 4, got 9 points on the board, positive goal difference, and I haven't spent all the money we've been given yet. Spent all the transfer budget, but we've still got some money in the balance, and I haven't just all ploughed it into future transfers. If we win today, we can go top, but it would require us to win by 9 goals. So it's probably not going to happen, but we can end up in the promotion spot. We'll see what comes from that. I need to show you our new faces and show you what we've been up to. But before we jump into the episode in its entirety, if you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing, show support on the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm wearing a pyjama top because it's comfortable. So our signings, we've only spent a dizzying £10,000. We've brought in 50 from a sale of a few players. It's just all from the sale of Jacob Montes. He's gone out to Aachen, I think that's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure. The only money we've spent on is Robson Luiz, who's a new goalkeeper. He's currently gone out on loan to Tom Bense, who I believe is another Brazilian team in their second tier. So he's gone over there, get some experience, and to be quite honest, signed him for 10 grand. You've probably noticed on the right-hand side, we've still got our other goalkeepers. So he's not going to get any game time. And he's valued at probably about £1.5 million. I bought him to sell him. Don't tell him that. Shh. The next players, we've bought him back. I don't know if I've already told you or not, but Big Bert's back. He can play the holding mid role, and he can play the attacking advanced playmaker, which is something I'm tempted to start rolling in, like 5-2-1-2, like a kind of more conventional version of our formation. So I might put that as a secondary train tactic to see if the boys can do it, because Big Bert will be able to play that role pretty well. Along with him, we've bought Noah Weishaupt back, more just for cover on the fullbacks. He's a pretty handy player, and he can do the wing-back roles as well, should we need him to. We've also bought in Carlos Beltran, who's another young South American, not wonder kid, but again, similar situation. He's came in on a free, and he's valued up to £1 million. So we give him a few years, sell him on, make a little bit of money. Javier Rivas, again, similar situation, except he's not valued at anything. I thought he was going to be good. Turns out he's not as good as I thought. Sebastian Angulo. He's a holding mid, centre mid, possibly right back. Maybe attacking mid. Probably not that one, to be fair. Again, value is pretty strong. Relatively young. Don't think he's going to be hitting the potential that it suggests. But we may be able to make a little bit of money on him. And even if we don't, the wages are only £400. And to finish off the random South Americans that we've picked up is Ezekiel Frutos. I'm going to be honest, the best thing about this fella is his name, so let's just move on. We've got another 2 who are actually decent. We'll start with Mel Stewart first. English, I mean, he's just a bit good, isn't he? He's similar to the other guy who can play centre mid, centre defensive mid, and right back. I'm kind of edging towards using him as our inverted right back, should we lose Lampinen anytime soon. I'm hoping we don't, but if we do, then we've got Stewart who can cover the gap until we get in a new replacement. And we have, finally, Michael Folorenshaw. No. This fella. He just looks pretty good. All round, pretty strong player. Played for us in the first 2 or 3 games, and then picked up an injury, which is helpful. Not too bad. I think he's almost back now already, if he isn't in the team. Yeah, he's match fit. So I think he played the first game, got injured, and he's just recently returned for the one since. I can have a look in form. Here we go. So he's back and raring to go. So talking about games, we started off with, I played a friendly against Blues just for the whoops and gigs. battered them. Battered them. Also played against Blues in the Villa save, if you haven't been watching that. We beat Grufer Firth 4-0. Matanovic getting a brace, Moloruncho and Sekulov with the goals. Hansa Rostock was next with Bert and Jason Ruiz getting a brace. We then played Friedenhoven, who are one of the no one's ever heard of me German teams. We scored a penalty, 3rd minute. Jonas Hoffman, and then pretty much nothing else happened. But we progressed. We've got Bochum in the next round, which I think might be our next episode, to be fair. Might team it up with Schalke or Freiburg. We followed that game with a quite convincing 3-0 loss to Arminia Bielefeld, which was upsetting. Most recently, we've beaten Darmstadt 2-1. So it does leave the league as shows. We haven't really got anyone pattering about in the top players. The only one we've got is Mel Stewart for the assists. And we'll just crack on. We'll do what we do. And we'll try not to get relegated. We aren't the worst team in the division now, sorry, because that's Hansa Rostock. We are playing the 13th best team, apparently. They've just been promoted, have Holsten Kiel. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do now other than stop absolutely babbling on and get into our team selection. So, do we just roll with this formation and just see what it brings us? I have been thinking to just start playing like these sort of tactics. So keep everyone central, push this width out ever so slightly as well, and play from there. I'll pop my selection advice on again, see what he suggests, and we'll see if there's any tweaks that we want to make to that. But we have Veldhuis in goal, Diouf, Schwartz, Senga, Lampinen and Weishaupt out wide, with Mingozi, Follow and Mavondo as our midfield 3, with Sekulov and Beltran up top. The only thing I'm going to do is bring Matanovic in, because he's been scoring pretty well. We do have Mel Stewart partnering about as well, along with Jonas Hoffman. So we kind of overloaded with centre mids. So I think I might see if I can let some of them go in January. Veldis with a goal kick puts it to Diouf and Senga. The fullbacks now are kind of pushed further forward, obviously, because they're wing backs. So it does kind of restrict a few of the passing options a little bit more. They've scored one of the easiest goals I think I've ever seen. They just wandered just lazily out on the right side, passed it further forward and slightly more central, and then just passed it across the face of my goal. And it just almost appears that none of my players cared. It was just, where am my team? Where is anyone? Corner on the right for Holsten Kiel. It's nodded away by Mingozi, but there's no one on the edge to pick it up. Matanovic has done it though. He's not even picked up possession, has he, realistically? He's just kind of stood between their player and a really bad touch. But Paoletti's going forward. Gola, acres of space for him there. Passes it across. Easiest goal I've ever seen scored once more. Let's drop our fullbacks, because apparently pushing them the tiniest amount forward means that we have no width whatsoever. I've just realised we had forced the opposition outside. And with me pushing the wing-backs further forward, it literally meant that there was no width in our defence, which is helpful. So I've left them at wing-backs for the time being, and I've pushed it so it's not forcing them outside. So hopefully the centre-backs won't just sit like on the edge of the D and just leave no sort of wide cover. But we'll see if we get done in again, and then we'll drop them back, and we'll try with the advanced playmaker at attacking mid. Well, the ball's been put in. Mingozi, Follow over to Weishaupt, and he just gives the goal. Just gives it back to the goalie. Lampinen out on the right. I forgot his name. Sekulov through to Matanovic. Oh, and Vujic just Matanovic is the one passing it to their goalie now. Otto's on the break. Schwartz, brilliant tackle. This is why we want to keep him on. Follow knocks it forward, and it's nodded away. This is all kind of just vaguely kicking it in a direction, isn't it? Paoletti. Oh, I looked on my other save for the. It's just so bad. It's like, where's my defence? Well, where are my defence? Where are they? We are going back to the 5 at the back because they just don't exist. I know the goals conceded weren't the goalkeeper's fault, but I needed to change something, and that was just appalling. So we've brought Muller in for Runsley, and hopefully that's going to give the defence some sort of kick up the arse. I've also lobbed a bottle at him, made me feel better. We'll drop some shouts. I'm going to berate them because they love being berated when they're down. Look at this. Absolutely love it. The stats are pretty much even. It's a 1-1 game. No. It's 3-0. Let's make our other 2 subs when this highlight finishes. Hopefully it's going to be them celebrating again, isn't it? Otto, out wide once more. Oh no's George. I'm in close. Otto, out to the right side. Pauletti washes it across, doesn't he? Bulat. This is, they're just toying with us. They're absolutely mugging us off. They're in no rush to do anything here. They're just going to keep passing it between these 2 players. And then, for some reason, their man headed it over. Slight tweaks to the players and roles. We've brought in Stewart and Hoffman as our centre mids, changed their roles to ball winning mid and deep line playmaker, and I've tweaked Mavondo, who's the cam, to be secondary striker. But Schwartz puts in the corner, and we've hit the crossbar. 15 minutes left for us to do just anything in this game. Anything. Schwartz with another corner towards the near post, and Diouf heads it over once more. That's literally a carbon copy of what we've just seen, except now we have less time to do anything. Please. Send help. Do you know what? I'm just happy the game's finished. I'm going to lob a bottle at them again. They're demotivated. Why? What do you have to be demotivated? Muller, fair enough. Come out with a 7.2 at the end. Everyone else is a joke. Very annoyed. Well, that was a mess. We'll be back next episode with the Bochum game, and then either Freiburg or Schalke, either side. Possibly Schalke, to be fair, but we'll have a little look. So Bochum are a Bundesliga team. They're not having the best of times. They've played 3, and they've got 2 points. They do have a fella in the top scorer at least, but yeah, they're going to be quite the challenge. So if we can squeeze past them, we'll find ourselves in the 3rd round. Which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's gonna do anything for us. We don't get a vast amount of money. Get about 1/3 So just roll with it. See what happens. We'll be back for that next episode. If you have enjoyed this one, then do me the favour of liking, subscribing, showing support on the channel. Be greatly appreciated. There's some items over here. You can carry on watching. Thank you very much for your time.